After finishing Tsuki Ga Kirei, I can say without a doubt it is one of the best romances that I've ever watched. What seems to start out as an overly typical high school teen romance story was able to truly create something special with its execution. It managed to create a perfect balance of tear-jerking moments, wholesomeness, and drama without the mellow, combined with surprisingly realistic character development, and topped off with a well-made bittersweet ending. The biggest thing that many romance anime and manga tend to overextend on is its abundance of drama. For example, I was really enjoying the manga Citrus in its early chapters because it was just about the relationship between two main characters, but as it continued they threw in way too many wildcard characters and overdramatic moments, which increased in frequency as it continued, making many easily avoidable misunderstandings between the characters and an overall frustrating read. Tsuki Ga Kirei, on the other hand, is able to insert drama in the relationship of the two main characters without making it painful to watch, as it has resolution by the end of each individual episode, while still making you excited to see its continuity in the next. Side characters and other love interests are involved in the story, creating a sort of pseudo-love triangle, but because the characters act like actual human beings, these situations get resolved with minimal misunderstandings. Of course, there are other misunderstandings that are put in to create tension within a specific episode, but they are all realistic situations and don't seek to create unnecessary drama. There is something to be said for the other side of the romance genre as well, to the pure, sweet, and innocent shows like Monogatari, which are just following the relationship of the two main characters with zero drama, which I did personally enjoy, but it left episodes feeling samey and predictable by the end of its run. With Tsuki Ga Kirei, you still get a show with wholesome moments and has its focus on the main couple, but with some variability thrown in. The heartwarming relationship moments still exist, but because of the side characters and the fact that there's an actual climax that the story is leading up to, with Akane moving away, you have an overall story to look forward to being resolved, while still enjoying the normal relationship shenanigans you'll find in a romance show. What you have with all these elements is a realistic, believable, and relatable romance. Characters are genuine and feel real, and the lack of annoying drama allows you to immerse yourself in the relationship of the two main characters and be invested in their emotions. There's something to be said about the relatability because I still find it relatable, and I make anime videos. One scene that I really want to talk about to show off some of the execution that the show has is from the first episode. This scene is the first real interaction between the two characters, where they both end up with their families eating at the same restaurant at the same time. The characters from here on notice each other, but experience that relatable feeling where you see someone you don't know very well from school or work out in public, and you can't bring yourself to say hi to them because you don't know them very well. And it gets even worse when both of their families notice each other and somewhat force them into having an awkward conversation. One other part of the scene I wanted to mention is how the main character walks away from the soda machine and gets coffee instead when he notices Akane is waiting behind him in line. This is probably one of the best recurring jokes of the entire series, where the main character keeps doing manly things like punching the string on his ceiling fan when he feels like he's accomplished something in their relationship. More things that serve to make the characters a lot more relatable and more unique than most romance protagonists. Even months after finishing the anime, rewatching this scene to put the edit in Sony Vegas still puts a huge uncanny smile on my face. It's a funny, relatable, and cute scene that brings tension to the actions of the characters and gives you a basic understanding of how they immediately feel towards each other. Earlier I mentioned how the story has a main point that it's working towards throughout the series. In this case, Akane is moving 2 hours away to the other side of Tokyo. It ends off with a bittersweet ending that has our two characters coming to an unspoken resolution that they're going to stay together, as she reads the story that the main character wrote about their time together, and he runs to catch her train for one final goodbye. The credits show us their story into adulthood and marriage through a series of still images and text messages that give us the heartwarming, resolute ending we wanted, while still being emotionally moving. Having this main point to work towards gives us a more interesting overall story as the main character tries to get into her private school, and they work through the relationship trying to figure out how they'll stay together. It brings tension to the story without the melodrama, a climax to work towards, and creates emotional attachment to these characters and their issue, as for many the moving away story is relatable. All of this said, Tsuki Ga Kirei went by in its run fairly unnoticed by the greater anime community, but it truly is a diamond in the rough of the genre. Even if you have been spoiled with everything I just said, it's still an enjoyable experience knowing everything that happened story-wise because of the couple moments and believable romance. In its first 2 episodes, Tsuki Ga Kirei seems like your average everyday school romance of 2 awkward teens, but it quickly surpasses your preconceived expectations by creating some great moments that will have you smiling, both from the sweetness of the events and the memories you may bring back of your own life. You may ask after all of this, how does this make Tsuki Ga Kirei special? Well, asking that is like asking what makes Boku no Hero special. It's able to take what makes a good shonen and slightly improve on certain elements while staying true to its genre structure, which is exactly what Tsuki Ga Kirei does with the romance genre to make it such a joy to watch. And there aren't that many things to criticize it about as well. CGI crowd shots for no reason in almost every episode did really get annoying by the end of it, but it's not hard to look past. Overall animation besides the art style was lacking at times, but it really did speak out when it had to, like in the final scene of the last episode. Sure, it was a cliche show, but it did a great job handling the cliche and executing it well with an original spin. It's hard to find a romance anything, let alone anime, structured as well as Tsuki Ga Kirei was. There are many other things to delve into with this show, but the more detailed aspects like the use of silence get covered very well in other videos on YouTube, and I highly recommend you check them out, as this was just a very brief overview of what I thought made it stand out, and how it was enjoyable for me. Also, this video ended up turning out to be way shorter than I was expecting when I first started creating it, so I do apologize for that. It was a really long time in the making, and at this point I really just wanted to get it out there. I think I've had the script on Google Docs for like 6 months at this point, so I really just wanted to get it out there now, and I really do appreciate the feedback on my recent video and getting that Berserk one over 1,000 views. That was really awesome to see, and I'm really surprised by that, so thank you guys for your support on that. Tomorrow or the day after, I will be coming out with my new sort of series, I guess, a weekly sort of series, which will be the anime season 2018 roundup. So it'll be for the summer season, and it'll be week 1, and I'm going to be doing a weekly sort of a roundup, as the title would suggest, of each show coming out in that week, just giving my thoughts on them and trying to create some discussion around the different shows. So if you're interested in that and you liked this video or any of my other ones, then stay tuned for that, and I'm sure you guys will like it. Thanks for watching.